Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel today. I thought I'd talk about why I married a Filipina. I've been asked that question a few times over the last few years, and I thought I'd just share with everybody. And we'll make it fairly quick, but I've been married 3 times previously since the age of 19, so that's over the last 30 odd years, I guess. And what I found, and each of those marriages were with Australian women, and I guess what I found over the common theme, I guess you'd like to call through that, was that there was not always a lot of honesty within those relationships, and a bit of deception, and as well, I guess I found that women, just those women, felt that it was easy to not really value a relationship as such, that things were very disposable, including the marriage. And to me that was very hard. Like I'm a believer that when you marry, you should be married for life. It's a commitment you make. You don't make it lightly. But I found the women I've been married to don't really have the same philosophy. They last 7 or 8 years, and then they think the grass is greener, and they want out. They think, oh, we'll start over again. And to me, that's not what marriage is about. But each their own, and that's fine. You move on, you live and learn. So through that, I thought to myself, well, I'm now, at that time I was approaching the age of getting close to 50, and I was thinking to myself, well, do I want to just be by myself for the rest of my life, which was an option? Absolutely was an option. Or do I still want to have a relationship and someone, I guess, to share my older years with? So I chose the latter out of that. I chose to actually try and find somebody else, but I didn't want it to be another Australian woman. 3 strikes, you're out rule. So that's it, no more Australian women. And I remembered when I was younger, and my parents took me for a trip around Southeast Asia, and I remember going to the Philippines, and it struck me just how happy people were there, and how friendly they were, and how they really valued family. Very different to how we do in the West, and here in Australia in particular. And I always remembered that, and it struck me. And I remember that in the Philippines there, it was a beautiful country. And I thought, well, it's an opportunity to maybe meet a woman from there and see what happens. So I did actually on Facebook. Through Facebook, I found I was talking to a few different women there, just finding out who's who and whatnot. And then I met my future wife there. We started having a conversation, and we're talking quite a lot on the computer to each other before I went over and met her for 8 days, and that went well. So a few months later I went back again and stayed there for 18 or 19 days, and that was went really well, and we ended up getting engaged, of course. And then now she's come to Australia, and 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, we married here in Australia, and she's been here ever since. And look, the relationship's fantastic. Like, some people say, oh, but you got married, you didn't know each other that long or that well. Well, you know what, when you get older, you can take a bit of a punt, I think, more so than when you're younger. You can have a bit of a gamble. And, call it a gamble, call it what you like, but I felt it was right in my heart to do it. And really it's worked out very well. I've been in, a previous relationship which we were together 7 years before we got married. And 6 years later after that, kaput, gone. So who's to say, really? And look, and she's everything that I thought she'd be. Sure, we've had some cultural issues in adjusting, for her to come to Australia and live that way. And I'm going to do videos on this later as well. But it's all worked out very, very well. She's a very caring, loving woman, more so than I've ever had before. And I feel like I'm a very lucky man. I hope she sort of feels a similar thing, which maybe she'll do a video herself one of these days, and we'll pop it on here about her experience, I guess, through this whole process. So that's pretty much the reason why. Yeah, in a nutshell. So anyone got any comments, yeah, whack them down. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Feel free to like and share the video, and of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to have some more videos coming up. I'm not sure how much I'll be doing every week at this stage, probably just 1 or 2 a week at the moment, but we've got a whole new series of this coming up. Of course, I've got the self-help videos which I've done over the last several months, which you can still find on this channel, but from here on we're going to be talking a bit more about relationships with Filipinas, and we'll be doing a travel series when we go over to the Philippines in April, May. So hope you stick around for all that, and thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.